The, uh, the biggest gap and perhaps biggest jump in my life was becoming the conservative Republican governor of the bluest state in America. And as Lieutenant Governor indicated, we are a pretty blue state. We have a legislature which consists of some 200 people. Only 15% are Republican in my legislature. We have, of course, Senator Kerry and Senator Kennedy and 10 Democratic congressmen. People ask me now and then, how do we get anything done? The truth of the matter is that I found that there are good people on both sides of the aisle, and sometimes we can put aside partisan divide and we can work together and get the job done. The governor indicated that we faced a $3 billion budget gap up front in my first year. And there were some Democrats who said, hey, this has got to be solved by raising taxes. And I said, you know, raising taxes is going to hurt working families, and it's going to scare away jobs from our state. There were some Republicans, by the way, who said, hey, just go out and borrow more money. And I said, I'm not going to borrow more money. That puts a bigger burden on the backs of our kids. And so instead, we went to work to cut back government. We cut back agencies. We consolidated. We streamlined. One TV commentator said, Governor Romney hasn't just gone after the sacred cows. He went after the whole herd. And I was pleased that a report came out, about a year and a half ago that said Massachusetts had reduced more government jobs than any other state in America. I was proud of that because we're able to do more with less, and that's part of what we had to do. One of my favorite stories, and some of you who've heard me speak before know that I tell this because I found it so interesting. I found one of those areas that I didn't want to cut because the people needed our help was in the area for the homeless. We provide about $139 million a year to support homeless shelters across our state. And I didn't want to cut that. And we didn't cut that because these people don't have any other options. And I have every desire to help people who really need our help and are in real need. But as I was looking through the statements of cost, I saw a line item under our homelessness budget that caught my attention. It said hotels. And I said, what's hotels? What is that? And they said, well, it's simple, Governor. What happens is if an individual comes to a homeless shelter and the shelter's full, we put them up in a hotel. And I thought, well, I bet the word gets around. And I said, how many hotel rooms do we rent a night? We were renting about 599 hotel rooms a night. And hotels in Massachusetts can be pretty expensive, particularly in the greater Boston area. The total bill, over $20 million a year. Leona Helmsley was happy, but I wasn't happy. And so I said, how about make this little change? How about say that from now on, when someone shows up at a homeless shelter, we'll say, come on in. We'll make room. And the person who's been in the homeless shelter the longest, they get to go to the hotel. That had a little change in incentives. How many hotel rooms are we renting a night in Massachusetts today? 0. So we can do more with the money we have.